If this was like a dating questionnaire, I would circle spiritual. I believe in God, but I can't say I categorize myself as a specific religion.
So what made you apply to Christian University? So what made you apply to a Christian university?
Everything that it stands for. I mean, I did a lot of research. I came here from Maryland, and I had a lot of friends who went here and said it was a great university. The degree they got helped them get into a prestigious, job. So that's the main reason I came here.
You have an outstanding education program, and that was my original major. However, being a pastry chef, which I am, a comms degree helps more in that arena as if I wanted to teach culinary school than a degree in education.
I researched the university, and really the morals and values that the university represents are very flush with my own. They worked with my post 9/11 bill, like they have a great military department here. And it was going to be a seamless transition. I really loved the guidance counselor, I loved the school, and that's why I wanted to come here.
They had a really good PA program, physician's assistant program here, and a small community, which is what I love.
Was it difficult to adjust to a campus that's different from your own religion?
No, because not that many people bring it up. It's pretty easy, but sometimes you don't want to say they're atheists because people may get mad about it.
I will say the adjustment really was, I was really surprised to find the amount of people who were very judgmental. And I guess coming to a Christian university, you think a lot of nice people, children of God, they're all there to develop their religion and a very happy, welcoming environment. And it's funny that you actually will find a lot of people who are very quick to criticize other people who don't believe the exact same thing they do, and especially if they question anything. I, again, was raised with a Christian foundation, but I don't 100% see eye to eye on everything, and that can cause a little bit of problems here and there.
Have you ever found yourself in maybe an uncomfortable situation because you have different beliefs?
Yeah, I have people that will ask me my beliefs, and sometimes it's hard for me to tell them what I am, just because I'm afraid of judgment, or we'll be in class and we'll be in the middle of prayer, and it's just it's very different for me to be going through that.
Not really, because I'm a pretty open person, and I accept the beliefs of other people, unless they try to change me, of course, and that's a bigger issue. But no, everybody's been, nice.
Have you taken the Christian worldview class?
I think it's a really good class for everyone to take, because you're not just learning about just Christianity. You kind of get a little glimpse of other religions, and I think that's good, just because you can't really, in the real world, you can't avoid religion at all. So I think it's good to have an understanding of it all. But yeah, I do wish it wasn't primarily focused on religion, or primarily focused on Christianity. I think it would be better if it focused on global religion.
I've taken Christian worldview. I'm sure my professor had fun reading my responses. I feel that people who aren't Christian, or this university should probably actually use world religion class instead of Christian worldview. So we're not just learning about Christianity, even though it's a Christian school, but we learn all the religions.
I wish they looked at more religions except just Christianity. I know it's Christian worldview, but they could focus on more religions. They should change it to a religious, learn about all religions, not just one religion. That's what I think.
Okay.
A Christian worldview class, which I actually just finished taking today. Actually, just finished taking about 10 minutes ago or so. And even that class, it isn't trying to browbeat you. This is the Christian worldview. This is what Christians believe, and that's it.
Not that I have an issue with the class itself. Actually, the Christian worldview is. I just wish it wasn't called Christian worldview. Everybody has their own opinion. Yes. That's really what the class is about.
Yeah.
It doesn't. There's no bias really, other than the fact that I had to purchase a Bible for the class. But yeah, it wasn't hard to transition into it. It was just it was more the teacher I had for one of my classes that it was hard to get past. He was a pastor, so that he was kind of yeah.
I have taken it. I took it my sophomore year, and I enjoyed it. Not a lot of people did because they thought the material was different, but I, from a different religion, really enjoyed learning about Christianity and all that stuff because I think as a human, you need to learn in order to grow. So I thought it was nice.
Have you ever found yourself in the middle of prayer?
I haven't just wandered upon a prayer. I have had, I've had a teacher start a class with prayer, and I had colleagues grab my shoulder and pray for me in various circumstances.
Normally everyone will put their head down and pray along with the teacher or whoever's leading the prayer, and I normally just sit there and I kind of look around, or I do my own thing. I don't participate in it.
I would stay quiet and just nod along. I'll go with the flow.
We were in Bio 182, and the professor kind of wanted to gather a group prayer just before the exam, and I respected it. I bowed my head down, and while they were praying to their God, I was kind of making small talk with mine.
I believe I have, and like I said, being from a Baptist background, I generally just bow my head and let them pray.
Not praying, but when we read the Bible, and they ask me to read the Bible, I have no problem reading it. It's just I feel like he wants me to be so serious about it, and I can't. I can't personally. I just can't find myself. I take it seriously. I just can't find myself believing in it. Does that make sense? I can't.
So do you feel safe and accepting to talk about your personal beliefs here?
Not everyone. Some people I can, but not everyone.
I feel safe here, but I feel a little judged just because I don't have the same beliefs as the majority of the school. But I feel safe, just maybe not so comfortable expressing my beliefs.
When it comes to discussing my personal beliefs on campus, I generally refrain from that. Most of the time you'll find people with very strong beliefs on campus. And it's funny that, here's a great example. We were filming something out in the community, and a student made a big point to discuss how they were going to take a sandwich to a homeless person, and they went on and on and on about this great deed they're going to do. I've observed the same person badgering, how dare people come here that are not Christians. And the contrast is really humorous, right? It's really important to give a homeless man a sandwich and do a really good deed. But in the same light, you won't accept people who are your peers on campus. And people seem to be really unaware of that hypocrisy. I don't talk about my beliefs because most of the time I find that these people are so stuck on their own beliefs, they're not really willing to listen to, say, someone like me who was raised in the church, but and has a foundation of Christianity, but there's definitely things maybe are not resolved in my mind where I can say I definitely fit this mold or I definitely fit that mold. I feel like any person should be entitled to have those questions and have those different opinions.
Absolutely. I have no problem. I have a couple friends who are very Christian, and they completely understand my point of view. It's not like we talk about it on a daily basis, but I have no problem talking about it.
Feel like you can express your beliefs on this campus?
If need be, yes, but I haven't found any reason to do so. I mean, if they ask, if they ask if I believe in a God, I just say no. If they ask why, I tell them why, but no one's asked.
I mean, some people are very adamant about Christian is the only way to go, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Generally, yes. It just depends on who I'm talking to. I like to feel people out before I say anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially to like the people that I know, they're really helpful and understanding, and so easygoing that it just like comes naturally.
So you think people will think different of you once they discover what you believe in?
Yeah, I've told people, and they can kind of like shy away from me or give me like a grimace or ask me why. I've had some friends who have actually tried to get me to go to church or do like these events and stuff, and it's just something that I don't want to do. So yeah, they can definitely treat me a little differently, I think.
There's a very good possibility of that. I listen to it all the time. They might. I hope that maybe hearing a different perspective might allow for them to consider that possibility, that when they're speaking so harshly about other people's beliefs or perceptions about life, that maybe they'll always stop to consider why they feel that way, or not speak so harshly about it. I don't think it's for any one of us to sit there and condemn anybody else. That's not really what it's about. You know, it's why there's so many religious wars, right? That people want to spend so much time condemning other people rather than working on self-development. And I will tell you, the most amazing people I've seen that stand for the religion are those people who serve it in their actions and not in their words, that they might not even understand themselves.
I've had it happen a couple times, but I don't really take it too seriously. Because one day they'll realize that there's no reason to judge others. I'm pretty sure it says somewhere in the Bible, thou shalt not judge. I don't really know how it works, but I'm sure somewhere in there it says don't do that.
So for Christians who might watch this video, what message would you like to give them?
Everyone is a person. If you're all in the same and not inside, doesn't really matter.
I would just say to be accepting of everyone's belief, because you can't have everyone believing the same thing. We all have different minds and different characteristics and personalities, and so we need to be accepting of all, and I think that's something that Christians should more live by, is to just be accepting and not to, preach it, but to teach it, sort of.
We are all here because we are all children of God. We should all love each other. And if we take time to listen to where other people came from, you would learn a lot. And either you will find it's going to help reaffirm your beliefs, or maybe challenge them, and there's nothing wrong with that.
In reality, you live by a different philosophy than I do. I mean, we're still good people. Other than that, there's really nothing. There's not really much else to say.
My message would be, we're all humans at the end of the day. So, this old saying is so true. If you respect me, I'll respect you. So that's all I'd like to say to them.
Just be cautious of how they represent themselves to people who aren't religious, because Christians generally get a bad rep of being judgmental and unaccepting. So if they just don't try to push their religion onto others, it would probably help them quite a bit.
The message I like to give them is to not judge, hear people out. I mean, if you have questions about their beliefs, ask them. I'm sure they'll be willing to talk about it if you don't make it seem like what their beliefs are bad. You don't make it look like they're doing something terrible, or they're believing something that it's completely far-fetched because, I mean, there are a lot of people, like, I think it's like 46%, I read a statistic, 46% of the United States believes that the Bible is 100% true, which is completely fine. That means there's, what, 54% that say no. So just hear them out. Hear everybody out, because I have no problem talking about it. If you want to sit down and have a chat, and you want to try to make me believe or give me greater insight into what you believe, I'm cool with that. No problem.